Hello dear colleagues, my name is Oleg Prishepa. Welcome to Trading Hero YouTube channel. Let's start our weekly review. Our total profitability is plus 94%. Since the beginning of May we earned almost 12% and our weekly performance is plus 2.3%. If we'll take a look deeper into the history, we're gonna see that the performance we have right now is an outstanding one. We never had such a profitability with a conservative 5K portfolio. You can see that the highest profit that we had, it was around like 7.8%, and now we have 11.7. Like it's a regular situation when we have some kind of an extra volatility that sometimes brings a lot of loss, but at the same time it can bring a lot of profit. So hopefully that all of you who decided to stay with Trading Hero after we got the stop loss, you're recovering your deposits, and those one who increased the multipliers from conservative to moderate, I think you have already covered the losses, and now you're making profits. So let's take a look at our charts to see how we were trading during the last week. The first currency pair we're gonna speak about is GBP to USD. We have 1 hour time frame. Gray rectangle shows us the last week performance, and you can actually see that this situation we had the previous week, it actually turns to change from the correction that we have to an uptrend, because we see that like previous lows and previous highs are increasing. So we can say definitely that we have the correction from this a moment. Maybe it will grow to a huge trend, because actually GBP to USD was really overbought. We saw like 4 falling weeks here. We almost retested the lows from May 2020, and obviously that when we have this kind of a corridor, the potential to grow when we're bouncing off the support line is much more bigger than like for example in the middle, somewhere in the middle of this channel. So we were trading mostly, we were selling because we're trading against the impulses, and we were following this correction or this local trend, and we were making money almost every day during the last week. So with this currency pair everything is okay. The next one is GBP to Canadian dollar. As you can see, the situation is pretty similar. We retested the previous highs, we sold here, then we had the reversal impulse, more than 1000 pips we bought here, then another one impulse, then we sold. So the situation is very similar. I will not pay a lot of attention to GBP CAD, and I think that those of you who were listening to my advice from the previous week, from like 2 weeks to 2 weeks ago, they have already bought, made some investment somewhere here, because GBP to Canadian dollar has a much more interesting picture on a global time frames, because we are very close to the previous lows of 2016, and the next one is like the level from 2013, so almost 9 years low. So obviously that the spring will be much more effective here if you're waiting for the huge reversal impulse. So that's why all middle term and long term investments that you could be like making during these 2 weeks, I think they started to bring you good profits. But still, it's not too late to make an investment here. But the thing you must consider is the potential profit you want to get. I think the level around 1.67 like is good, because like we can see that it's some kind of a middle of this channel, but we had a lot of previous supports here, it can be used as a good level to close the profits if you want to make a long-term investment right now, and you can actually hide the stop loss below the previous loss. But we're speaking about like trading here now, about like short-term trades. Like I'm just giving some advice to those one who want to invest for a couple of months. So, okay, with GBP CAD, everything is clear. No open trades. Let's move to NZD CAD. You can see also that we started to change the direction. The same as we have like GBP against the Canadian, we have the same situation on New Zealand dollar. We cannot actually draw the like classic trend line because we have lows here, so that's why I've just mentioned that we have this like correction, this local uptrend, and you can see that both algorithms were working good. We were selling against the trend. Then when we had the like impulse on Thursday, and we broke the previous lows, one of the robots bought and made some profits. So now we are actually we have the price around the previous highs. We have one trade, so everything is like pretty clear right now. I think that speaking about the next week, we're gonna retest the previous resistance level. It's over here. We were already retesting it, and then we're gonna move on maybe the same way as GBP to Canadian dollar. If not, we're gonna be buying like during the next week if the market falls. So the next currency pair is Australian to New Zealand dollar. We had this lateral movement at the top of the previous trend. I think you remember it was a long trend. Then we have this lateral movement, this like very broad corridor for almost a month. Then we made another impulse, and then we were also like trading inside of this corridor. And finally we broke it. We broke this support level that actually we can say that it's a mirror level because it was a resistance previously, and we started falling into this corridor. So we have still a lot of space to like to buy here because the previous lows are really very low. I think around 1000 pips from the current prices. For Australian to New Zealand dollar, it's you know, it's a big volatility. I think the market may cover it like during the week, but we finally started making some trades here after we broke the previous support levels, and now we have only one trade open here, and we'll be waiting for the market. Actually, it doesn't matter if it grows. We're gonna simply close this trade somewhere here. If it falls, we still have some space to average the trade and wait for the market to bounce off the lower point from April. So the next currency pair is Australian to Canadian dollar. It's also pretty similar to the one we had on New Zealand to Canadian dollar and GBP to Canadian dollar. So that's why I only can like highlight that we have this this uptrend that like can be considered as a correction from the downtrend, the previous downtrend. We were mostly selling. Everything is okay. We have two deals opened here, and waiting for the market to like actually to, I think, to grow, to retest the previous, and finally to break this resistance level, because we were testing it like during the last week 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and each time we are making some small but progress. You see, our like highs are increasing step by step, and I think that we're gonna break it and walk somewhere around 0.92 and 50, somewhere here. But let's see how it goes. So far everything goes fine and according to the plan. I would like to wish you success in trading and investing with Trading Hero Robots. Success in your long-term investments, in your personal trading, and see you next week.